Hello everyone, Tina here. I hope you're having a fantabulous day. This is kind of a mixture between fabulous and fantastic. Thanks for joining me for Try It Out Tuesday. Today we are going to create a card using a Turnabout stamp set from Concord 9th. This is the Sunshine Turnabout stamp set. I picked up the bundle, so it does have a coordinating die that will die cut out each one of the flowers and the sentiments too. The back, it shows you how to use it. You use 4 different colors of inks, and then it has a template guide to show you how to position it for your panels. So I actually have a Turnabout Jig, just can't find it, so we're going to kind of make a temporary one for today. So we're going to start off by creating a background panel. We're going to bring in some white cardstock and die cut it out with a double stitched rectangle die. This is going to be a little bit smaller than my card base. I believe it is 4 inches by 5 1/4. So we'll just take this out and die cut out our panel. I'm just using regular white cardstock for this. So our panel is ready to go. We're going to go ahead and bring in our MISTI, our stamp positioner. You need those when you use a Turnabout stamp set. Just makes it a lot easier. Here I already made my template, but it's super easy to do. It's a 6 by 6 cardstock, and I drew an X straight down from corner to corner. So basically we're trying to figure out the center point of this panel. So an X works perfectly. And then I did mark numbers 1 through 4 on each corner to help me remember where I turn it to. I need that. You don't have to add the numbers, but it's helpful for me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and grab our sunshine image here. Now, it's recommended that you draw a center point on your stamp here. This is an older stamp set, and I believe that the newer ones already have a mark on them. I'm not quite sure, but I think they do. But I'm just taking a pen. Pen's probably not the greatest, and I'm just drawing a X in the middle of my stamp image. You actually want to, guys, go corner to corner. So you want to extend your pen mark all the way from one corner to the next to create a pretty large X. This way you can see it outside when you stamp and your panel doesn't cover it. I'm going to go ahead and add adhesive behind my panel, and we are not going to put it in the center of our template. We're going to offset it a little bit. Now, offsetting it does create a little bit of an open area on the bottom left corner, but I really wanted my sunshine to be in that top left corner. We're going to go ahead and start off our first color. I'm using some Fun Stampers Journey inks. This is called Hazelnut Blend. It's nice chocolatey brown. Now today's colors, usually I like bright and cheery colors. Today I thought I would go outside of my comfort zone, and I chose, I have all of my inks boxed up right now, and so I went in, I just kind of closed my eyes and grabbed 4 colors. Believe it or not, and I loved the color combination. It's kind of fun and exciting. I don't think if I didn't like the color combination, I wouldn't have shared it with you, but that's just the fun way to pick a color combination, I suppose. So that was my first color. I turned my my template to number 2, and now we're going to ink up with a lighter ink. This is Pineapple Smoothie. I should have cleaned off my stamp a little bit better, because I did transfer some of that chocolate brown hazelnut blend ink to my ink pad, and also it did darken it in some areas of my little sunshine, but no worries. I think it's all going to turn out really good. You can kind of see in that bottom left corner where it's not going all the way down to on my panel. I don't think it's noticeable enough to switch positions, so I just kept going with it. My third ink color, I already turned my template over to number 3. I'm inking up my third color with orange Creamsicle. These were really kind of warm colors, almost fallish colors. But I liked the fact that there were some yellows and oranges there. I don't know what I would do if I grabbed a purple in this combination. But there is my background. We're going to turn it to side 4, and for our last color, we're going to bring in fresh sage. For some reason, that's really hard for me to say. We'll just ink this up a few times and stamp that, and that is our sunshine background. This is super fun. I haven't used the Turnabout stamp since my last one was the coffee one. But these are super fun and easy to create nice bold backgrounds. Okay, so that's my background basically. We're going to keep the MISTI out, and I'm going to open up the die set. I'm just going to use my nips, and we're going to separate all of these. There is 3 flowers, and then there's also a 1 leaf, and then the circle actually creates a scalloped frame and also cuts out the inner circle of that. I went ahead and die cut out it with white cardstock. I'll set the frame aside, and then we're going to bring in some tape runner. I'm going to adhere it to my MISTI here. We're going to center our sentiment. I chose You Make Everything Shine for my sentiment today. I just stamped it with my Hazelnut blend ink. It's the same brown ink that we used for our sunshine. And so that's ready to go. Next up, we are going to go ahead and adhere our little scalloped border for scallop frame here. I am positioning it right in the center of my sunshine. And I'm going to pop out my sentiment, and then I'm going to flip over my sentiment and add foam adhesive, and then add that for a little dimension on my card. So that's what it looks like. You can barely notice that little corner, but after we have that tacked down to our A2 size card base, we're going to stamp some extra flowers. The flowers that we're going to stamp are using the same inks. I have Pineapple Smoothie and Orange Creamsicle. I thought we'd bring in a little extra sunshiny with some yellow flowers and orange flowers. I'm going to dot the center of the flowers with my Hazelnut blend ink, and then we're going to add, originally I was going to do 3 flowers, and I thought, you know, let's go ahead and do 5, an odd number with both of these, making sure I have a large one with each of the colors, and then we'll stamp a few of the smaller flowers. Now I'm glad I had a green ink, because we're going to use the fresh sage to stamp our leaves. We're going to stamp a few of them. I'm going to end up only using 5. Stamp those, and then I'll take the coordinating dies and just die cut out all of our flowers and leaves. Just line those up and die cut them out. I flipped each one of them over to add foam adhesive behind there, behind the leaves and the flowers, and now we're going to arrange them on our card base here. I'm lightly tacking them because I like to position them. I don't want to be committed to the position, so I kind of lightly tack them down. You can see here I move this one over, but I'm going to put 2 on the very top of my sentiment, and then 3 on the bottom, kind of trailing down a little bit. And then I'm going to go ahead and add the leaves, doing a little tucking. The leaves are a little bit small to put foam adhesive behind, but I just took one and cut it in quarters, and it worked out perfectly. We're going to go ahead and tuck this under here and do our last one. And then for a little bit of sparkle, I'm going to bring in some Stickles. These Stickles are from Ranger, and they're called Diamond. I thought since we're making a little bit of sunshiny card, we're going to bring in extra sparkle. Diamond Stickles are very pretty. It's like an iridescent hue. And I'm going to dot the center of my flowers. Now when I did this, the centers, you couldn't barely see the dark brown behind it. It kind of turned cloudy. You'll see it in close-up pictures, but kind of softened it. I kind of liked it. I'm going to go ahead and go over each one of my sun rays also with the Stickles, and then add a few little dots here and there around the flowers. And then that finishes off my card today, guys, using the Concord 9th Sunshine Turnabout stamp set. I hope you like my project. Super fun. Haven't did one of these in a while, but I wish you a sunshiny day. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bye-bye.